Good morning, everyone. This is Justin Barr, LV, as known on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Today's Thursday, August 31st. Guess what? College football is back. Are you ready to make money? I know I am. You can contact me at 505-285-1640 to make that money. I do have daily picks going, $15 a day. I do have weekly package. You'll get 7 days of plays. That'll include NFL, college football, MLB. That's only $150 a week. Or for the month, I have 30 days. That'll include all my plays once again, MLB, NFL, college. And you'll pay $300 for that package. Or I do have a season package. You get rest of MLB, you get the NFL season, and also college season for just $1,500. Once again, if you're interested, contact me. Let's make that money. My name's Justin Barr, LV, at 505-285-1640. I do have a special guest I want to bring on, and his name is Chris Barr. That's my brother. We're two of the best handicappers in this industry.
Make your money double up. You can go far. Sports and my man Chris Barr. Giving you the top picks, never outdated. Giving you the hottest picks straight from Las Vegas. Thinking dollar signs, you know where to go. MVP Sports Radio Show. From all the top teams to all the sleepers. Giving you the best choice to make your pockets deeper. I'm the MVP, knowing how to deplete. Make your money double up or multiply by 3. I'm the MVP, giving you the winners. Put your money on me. The rest are just beginners. I'm the MVP. Hottest show about sports, number one in the game. The rest coming up short. MVP Sports with my man Chris Barr, number one in Las Vegas and still going hard.
What's going on? It is the GOAT, Chris Barr. I'm back. It's been about 2 months since I've done a podcast. I was not going to do podcasts anymore. Been getting a lot of fan mail. Been getting a lot of guys that know that going into the football season, they're not going to be able to win games without me. I mean, there's guys in baseball that have gone bankrupt because they've used other services, and nobody is winning games right now. As you guys know, my brother, Justin, a known handicapper, brother of the GOAT, he's doing a pretty good job. He's running the social media now. He does the Twitter, he does the email, he does the Facebook, he does the Instagram. He's got his own text line. He puts my text line online. We're working together right now. He's doing all the social media. I'm doing all the I'm doing all the phones, the texting, and the phone calls. I got a group of guys over here. We're working 5 days a week right now. Possibly going to be working on Saturday. Getting people signed up. This weekend only. Thursday to Saturday. What am I talking about? Thursday to Monday. Saturday is going to be the big college football day. You got some games on Sunday, and then you got a game on Monday, plus baseball. So Thursday to Monday, it's $20, which isn't nothing. $20 ain't shit. You're working with the GOAT. You're working with the best in the world. You can also get my brother's service. I don't think he has any specials going. At the beginning of the podcast, you'll be able to hear what he had to say about his service. So he's working the social media. He's on there doing a great job doing that. I'm working the phones. I'm working the text line. 702-996-0300. 702-996-0300. PayPal payments only, $20. Picks by email at gmail.com. Picks by email at gmail.com. $20. The price goes back to $200 per week. I'm not giving any other deals. It's the only deal you're going to get for $20. So take advantage of it. You pay $20. You bet $100 a game. You bet $500 a game. You bet $1,000 a game. You're going to make money with me. That way, next week, when you go to renew and you got to pay the $200 per week, it's not going down. It's going to be $200 per week. I'm not taking anything off. I'm not giving any deals, and it's going to be $200 per week or $400 per month, and that's what everybody's going to pay. I'm going to be documented for football season. I'm going to put the documentation. My brother is going to actually put the documentation online. I refuse to go back on Twitter. I refuse to go back on Facebook. I refuse to do any social media. I'm done with that part of my life. I don't care about that stuff. I got harassed like crazy. I'm not going back online. I don't care about any of that stuff. My brother does just a fine job. He knows how to use that block button. He knows how to not respond to the trolls, and that's something I had an issue with. So it's best that I don't go back online. I just do a podcast over the phone, and we'll just do it like that. It's pretty simple. So $20 will get you the weekend get you the weekend plays. Saturday is going to be a big slate. It's the first big Saturday of the year. Last week on the picks, I did go 1-1. I had UMass, which lost, and I had the other team. What was it? Colorado State was the big play. They won 58-27. Tonight, you got a couple games. You got Ohio State, Indiana. You got Oklahoma State. They're playing, I believe, Tulsa. We're going to go over those games here in a second. I want to give out a couple free plays real quick because you guys know I am the king. I am the GOAT. I win more future bets than anybody. I've won 7 future bets in the past 16 months. If you don't know, it's actually been 2 months since I did the podcast, so it's actually been 7 futures in the past 18 months. I've won 11 futures in my career, and my career's been pretty stellar. But there's actually other handicappers in the industry. I don't mean to put anybody down because that's not what I'm here to do. It used to be about trying to be the best, trying to put other handicappers down. But when you're already at the top of the mountain and you've been at the top for 3 years now, and there's really nobody else I'm worried about in the industry. I really don't have to talk bad about nobody anymore. My picks do the talking, and like I said, I have no issues with anybody in the industry. But most handicappers have not even won a future bet. Some of the elite, I would say, I guess they're elite handicappers, have won a couple, maybe 1 or 2. I have won 7 in the last 18 months, and I've won 11 in my career. At the beginning of the season, baseball season, the clients only got this. I have not done a podcast in 2 months, so not many people know about this, but I predicted the Dodgers and the Red Sox in the World Series. I predicted the Angels and the Pirates as sleeper teams. Right now, the Dodgers and the Red Sox look like they're going to end up meeting in the World Series unless the Nationals and the Cubs have something to do with it in the NL, or if the Yankees and the Indians have something to do with it in the AL. I think the Red Sox will get to the World Series. Here's my issue, though, because I always keep it 100 with you guys. I always have on my podcast. I always 100% honest about everything. I don't think the Dodgers are going to get to the World Series. They had an amazing year, but I think the Cubs are going to get there. I have future bets on the Dodgers. My clients have future bets on the Dodgers. But as of right now on this podcast, I'm going to let you know I think the Cubs get to the World Series. I think it's going to be Cubs and Red Sox, and I think the Cubs win the World Series. So if you want to make any future plays, it's not really worth betting the Dodgers anymore. We got them at 9. We got them at 9-1, 10-1. Got a phone call coming. We got them at 9-1, 10-1 at the beginning of the year for the Dodgers. Now they're down to like 2-1. 3-1 maybe. It's not really worth unless you're going to put 100,000 on it, which not many people are running around with 100,000 cash on them. The guys that pay $20, which isn't a lot, $20 ain't shit. I could probably do 100 and still get just as many, but I'm doing 20 just because you're going to throw a little bit of money at me, and I'm going to show you the results, and then you're going to fall in love with my service, and you're going to want to renew next week. $200 a week, $400 for the month. But I'm just warning everybody, just stay away from the fake handicappers out there. Anybody can read trends. Anybody can tell you that they're the best in the world. It's the results. If they're not giving out free picks, if they're not telling you who to take, and they don't have a track record, like I have a track record of winning. I've gone on a podcast. You can look back at any of my podcasts on the YouTube channel, which, by the way, my brother runs that YouTube channel now. I have nothing to do with it. The MVP Sports is his service now. Like I said, he does all the online stuff. I'm on there doing the text messaging and the phone. 702-996-0300 to get a hold of me for this weekend, $20. But if you look back at any of the podcasts online, you will see that I win more games than anybody. And I predicted, if you look back at the Super Bowl, I won the Super Bowl. I won Clemson in the national championship. I won the World Series plays. I win all the big games. I want to get into some college football games for this weekend. Like I said, I'm not going to give out any client plays for this weekend. If you want that, it's $20. Very simple. Tulsa at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State minus 19 over under 70. Get a hold of me. Ohio State at Indiana. Indiana getting 20.5 points at home, over under 55. Like I said, get a hold of me. I will have a couple plays on that. Second half service is available. Teaser service is available. I even do live betting service. When you get my service, you're going to get everything that I offer, and you're going to win more games with me than anybody in the industry. Holy Cross at Connecticut. Connecticut minus 23.5. Florida A&M at Arkansas. Arkansas minus 47 in this one. You got UL Monroe at Memphis. Memphis minus 25.5. Sacramento State at Idaho. Idaho minus 22.5. Idaho's giving up 22.5. Can you believe that one? Elon University at Toledo. Toledo minus 45. I would say Toledo probably covers that game. They probably put up 60. North Dakota at Utah. Utah minus 20.5. Over under 50.5. There's a lot of junk games tonight. A lot of good teams playing a lot of bad teams. But that's Thursday night for you. Then you got Friday. Well, you got Arizona State and New Mexico State also. Arizona State minus 23.5. And then you move on to Friday. I have a ranking system. I did it last year, and I absolutely destroyed college football. Charlotte at East Carolina. East Carolina minus 14. These are Friday games. Over under 59.5. I really got nothing on that one. Colorado State versus Colorado Friday. Games at 5 p.m. Las Vegas time. Colorado minus 3.5. The line went from 8 to 3.5. Over under 66.5. Get a hold of me. Washington at Rutgers. Here's a game that I'm going to give out as a free play. Washington is minus 27. The line was 31. That's fine. Over under is 52.5. I'm going to tell you something right now. The Rutgers is a very terrible team. This is going to be a podcast free play. Get on Washington minus 27. The line should be minus 47. I don't see the Rutgers even possibly, if you can get a team total under on the Rutgers, I don't see them scoring 10 points. I don't think they're going to score a touchdown. I know they're at home, but this team is a very terrible team. Washington should beat them by 4 touchdowns. End of story. I would say get on Washington minus the 27, and you'll be all right. That's a podcast free play for Friday. And then on Friday, I will have a client play on the Colorado State-Colorado game. You also got Utah State at Wisconsin. Wisconsin minus 27.5. I did not do a college football preview show at the beginning of the year, but I'm going to tell you right now, Wisconsin is a team to watch out for. They're ranked number 10 in the nation. There's a reason why they're ranked number 10. They're a very solid team. And this team could win the Big Ten. They really could. They could come out and they could win the Big Ten. They have a favorable schedule. And Wisconsin is a team to look out for this year. I'm telling you right now, look out for Wisconsin. I'm gonna have to do a preview show probably next week. I'm gonna have my brother's gonna have me on the podcast, and we're gonna do it together. But just look out for Wisconsin. I'm just letting you know that right now, first week. Obviously, look out for Alabama, Ohio State, teams like that, Oklahoma. But Wisconsin's a sleeper team to look out for. They're playing on Friday night, minus 27.5 at home against Utah State, over under 52. You got Navy and Florida Atlantic. Who cares? We're just going to skip that one. Boston College, Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois getting 3 points at home, over under 51. Boston College is giving up points on the road. Crazy, right? All right, so Saturday, you got a full slate. Might as well go down the card real quick. We'll just go down. Ball State at Illinois. Illinois minus 6.5, over under 55. I really have nothing on that one. Wyoming at Iowa. Iowa minus 11.5, over under 49.5. Bowling Green at Michigan State. Michigan State minus 17, over under 53.5. Maryland at Texas. Texas giving up 19 points in this one, over under 56. Kent State at Clemson. Clemson ranked number 5 in the nation. Clemson minus 40, over under 51. I would actually look towards Kent State in that game. I did a little bit of research. Yeah, Clemson's going to win the game. Are they going to cover 40? Most likely, if I was to bet that game, I'd probably do a teaser and get Kent State up to plus 47, just to be on the safe side, and put them with like another big underdog, just like as a small 2-team 7-point teaser. Like I said, when you work with me. You're going to get teasers. You're going to get live betting. You're going to get second half plays. My second half plays in football hit about 90% lifetime, and that's no joke. In the preseason, I went 19-4, and I went 7-0 on second half plays. My second half plays, I don't bet every single game in the second half, but I'll tell you right now, my second half plays win. Just letting you know, most of my plays win. Like I said, I have a ranking system. Akron at Penn State minus 30.5 over under 66. It's a lot of points in that one. Penn State could shut that team out. 66 is a lot. We're going to keep moving on here. These are early games Saturday. California at North Carolina. This should be an interesting game. North Carolina minus 12.5 over under 56. I would probably lean on the over in that game, 56. And I'd probably lean on North Carolina. North Carolina should get the job done. Let's see here. Portland State at Oregon State. Who cares? South Carolina versus NC State. NC State minus 5 over under 52.5. Oklahoma, UTEP at Oklahoma. Oklahoma minus 43. Oklahoma at home. They should wipe that team out. Here's a podcast free play I'll give you on Saturday. Oklahoma minus 43. I have them scoring 63 points or more in this game. They might even put up 70. UTEP has a very, 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 very horrible team. Oklahoma should be, there should be no line on this game. Oklahoma should destroy this team. Minus 43. There's a podcast free play for Saturday. Nevada at Northwestern. Northwestern minus 24 over under 60.5. Florida versus Michigan. This is going to be a client play, along with a few other client plays I have on Saturday. Michigan minus 5 over under 43. I could be using this game as a teaser. I could be using this game as just a regular play. You'll have to get a hold of me. It's only $20. Get a hold of me. picksbyemail@gmail.com. Send your PayPal, $20 there. It's not asking a lot to win money. Temple at Notre Dame. Notre Dame minus 18.5 over under 55. Does Temple have a chance in this game? Yes, actually they do. We'll have to see how Notre Dame does. That's a team I'm going to be looking out for, is Notre Dame. I don't have them very high doing much this year. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about it. Could Temple pull the upset? I'm not really sure, but that's a game that I'm going to definitely be interested in watching and see how Notre Dame does. Troy at Boise State. Boise State minus 10.5 over under 63. I'll tell you right now, if you're going to do a teaser and you're going to do a 10-point teaser, I would say get on Boise State minus a half at home. I understand Troy is a decent team. I've already evaluated this game. It's if I was gonna bet this game, it would be on a 10-point teaser and get Boise State minus a half, and then it would be like a 3-team 10-point teaser. I'm just letting you know, I think that's the perfect spot for a 10-point teaser, especially for a team like Boise State. I think they're going to start off 1-0. They obviously play better at home, and I think they have a pretty solid team. I look for them to win the Mountain West this year at plus 140 if you're interested in that one. San Diego State's going to be tough. I'm actually going to be at the Boise State at San Diego State game on October 14th. It's my birthday. I will be in San Diego, and I will be at that game. It's going to be a very good game, and I already got tickets, and it's something I'm looking forward to. I love going to San Diego. I go to San Diego usually once a month. I love the beach. Kentucky at Southern Mississippi. Kentucky minus 10.5 over under 57. Honestly, Kentucky is one of those teams where nobody's expecting shit from them. But actually, I look for them. This could be another spot for a 10-point teaser. Maybe Boise State with Kentucky minus a half. I think Kentucky wins this game, and I think it'd be good on a 10-point teaser. So there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a 3-team 10-point teaser for the podcast. It's a free play. So far we got Boise State minus a half, and we got Kentucky minus a half. And we're going to continue, and I'm going to give you one more as I give you free plays. Might as well give you some free plays for this weekend if you can't afford the $20, or you just don't want to pay the $20 because you don't trust me, which is fine. You'll get a few winners off the podcast. Western Michigan at USC. USC minus 27 over under 58. Everybody's expecting high things from USC. They're ranked number 4. They were ranked number 2 a few years ago. They didn't do shit. Every time they're ranked in the top 5, it seems like they don't do shit ever since Matt Leinart left. App State versus at Georgia. Georgia minus 14.5 over under 45.5. That line seems a little bit weird. I'd stay away from that one. I wouldn't even mess with it. Georgia should get the job done, but why are they only minus 14.5? I understand App State's a good team. I would just stay away from those kind of games, to be honest with you. Northwestern State at Louisiana Tech. No idea about that one. Missouri State at Kansas. Missouri State's a very horrible team. Kansas should be fair. There's no line in that game right now. UMass at Coastal Carolina. Who cares? South Alabama at Mississippi. Ole Miss minus 23.5 over under 58. Georgia Southern at Auburn. Auburn ranked number 13 this year. They got that quarterback from Baylor. Very good quarterback, Stidham. Auburn minus 34 over under 59.5. I think Auburn probably smashes the shit out of this Georgia Southern team. I would say Auburn minus 34 podcast free play. It's a late game on Saturday. I would say get on it. Louisville versus Purdue. Purdue getting 24.5. This is obviously a neutral site game. It's not at Purdue. Over under 68.5. Looking forward to Louisville doing good things this year. Hopefully they did something. They did some things on defense because their defense was horrible last year. There's nothing wrong with the offense, and I'm looking forward to watching the Heisman quarterback do his thing this year. They should easily beat Purdue on Saturday. Arkansas State at Nebraska. Nebraska minus 14 over under 47. Northern Iowa at Iowa State, no line. Okay, Alabama versus Florida State. Alabama minus 7 over under 49.5. Get a hold of me. Vanderbilt at Middle Tennessee. Vanderbilt minus 3 on the road, over under 59. Southern Utah at Oregon. Oregon's probably minus 60 in that one. There's no line. Howard at UNLV. UNLV might win a home game. LSU versus BYU. As you guys know, last week BYU looked like shit. They're minus 35 or whatever. They only won 20-6. I believe it was Portland State. I had them plus 34 or something. I gave it out as a free play. BYU won 20-6. They're playing LSU. I'm not high on LSU this year. I'm really not. BYU's getting 15 points. This is a game over 47. Is 15 points enough? LSU, just because I'm not high on them doesn't mean they're not going to wipe this team out. Get a hold of me. That's going to be a client play. I'm going to let you know who I like in that one. Northern Arizona at Arizona. No line. Okay, so now we got Sunday. So those are the games on Saturday. There's nothing really big to talk about on Saturday. Just a few games. The games will get better during the season, but those are the games. You got Montana State at Washington State late. Obviously Washington State's probably going to destroy that team. I had another phone call. All right, so Sunday. There's a few games on Sunday. There's no NFL until next week. So Texas A&M at UCLA. That's going to be a client play. You just got to get a hold of me. UCLA minus 4 over under 56.5. Then you got West Virginia versus Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech minus 4 over under 51. That's going to be a good game. Number 20 versus number 21. And I think that's going to be a very solid game for Sunday night. It's the exact same start time as Texas A&M UCLA. This is when it's good to have a few different TVs like I do. I always have 3 different TVs going during the football season. You got to do that. That's the only way to go. Tennessee versus Georgia Tech. This game's on Monday, September 4th, Monday Night Football. Georgia Tech plus 3. This is a neutral site game, over under 56. You just got to get a hold of me. That game will be included in a $20 deal. You'll get my MLB. You'll get good service, that's for sure. So I'm going to get off this podcast. I think I've said enough. I'm going to do another podcast next week. I'm going to be giving out future plays on the next pod. I'm going to do a season preview of the college football. I'm going to do a season preview of the NFL, breaking down all the divisions, in college football, let you know who the sleeper teams are going to be. I already mentioned one. Wisconsin's a team to watch out for. And Alabama, Florida State's going to be a good game Saturday night. I can't wait. I have a huge play on that game. Very, very, very large play. If you want to make money, my big play of the week, is on Saturday. Just get a hold of me. Picks by email at gmail.com. 702-996-0300. Get a hold of me on the text line. You want to make money. I'm telling you right now, I win more games than anybody. I don't need to sit here and brag and tell you about who I am, this and that. I'm just letting you know. I know sports betting. I know these teams. Just get a hold of me. God bless everybody. Everyone have a good weekend. And I'll be back on the next podcast. Most likely look for it on the YouTube channel on Tuesday or Wednesday.